Hello, I'm Antonio Mora, and this is the newsandnews.com Day in Brief. Today's top stories in 3 minutes. It's Friday, June 15th at about 7 p.m. Get ready for machine gun news because a lot happened today. A judge revoked Paul Manafort's bail, so he's now behind bars. Michael Cohen signaled that he's open to cooperating with federal investigators, and the government has obtained 731 pages of content from Cohen's encrypted phone apps. The White House reversed itself and now supports Dreamer legislation. Let's see what happens next week. About 2,000 migrant children have now been separated from their families at the border. President Trump continued his unconventional ways and became what is believed to be the first president to walk out onto the White House lawn and give an impromptu interview, in this case to Fox. Then he gave a chaotic news conference where he again blamed the Democrats for a law that forces his administration to separate migrant kids from their families. The White House has not identified what that law is. Trump addressed the Inspector General report on the Clinton email scandal, saying it's a total disaster for former FBI Director James Comey. Comey insisted he acted correctly. The administration imposed $50 billion in tariffs on China. China promptly retaliated. The Dow then plunged 200 points before recovering some of the losses. The IMF weighed in and said the tariffs pose risk to global trade and the U.S. economy. The U.S. pressed Cuba to figure out the cause of the mysterious illnesses that have affected U.S. and Canadian diplomats. A U.S. drone killed the head of the Pakistan Taliban, who ordered the assassination of Malala Yousafzai. The EU approved the sale of Sky to Comcast, the latest move in the media merger mania. And the fall from grace for Theranos founder and self-made billionaire Elizabeth Holmes got worse today as she was charged with wire fraud. A new segment, stories that aren't getting enough attention. Today I've got two. German police conducted more raids in connection with the arrest I told you about yesterday of a man who produced ricin at his home in Cologne. The Germans believe they thwarted a major biological weapons terrorist attack. And the pressure is intensifying on Nicaraguan leader Daniel Ortega to step down. The country is being torn apart by popular protests against his socialist government and by state-led violence against the protesters. The crisis is similar to what's happened in Venezuela. This hemisphere cannot afford another failed state. In our alternate universes segment, the great divide between conservative and liberal media, one simple point. Do you think Trump will ever walk out onto the White House lawn to grant an interview to anyone other than Fox? Finally, two sports stories. You don't have to be a soccer fan to get excited about the World Cup spectacle. Even Lionel Messi fans like me had to respect Cristiano Ronaldo's hat trick in the Spain-Portugal game on Friday. And the Shinnecock Golf Course again brutalized the world's top golfers at the U.S. Open. As I tape this, only one, Dustin Johnson, is under par. You can find all those stories and much more updated around the clock 7 days a week on newsandnews.com, where you will find all you need to know in one place. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the right of your screen just below this video. And please follow us on Facebook at Real News and News, and follow me on Twitter at AMoraTV. Have a good weekend. I will see you again on Monday.